I stand in the presence. Before we begin our formal service, we'd like to share our celebrations and invitations with you, everything that's going on. The Oneness Blessing Workshop. If you're not familiar with the Oneness Blessing, it's called a Diksha in India, and it's a transference of intelligent, sacred energy. And Nancy McNeely will be sharing information about it, plus giving the Oneness Blessing today, 11:45 to 12:30, so it will be finished before the workshop this afternoon. Wednesday evenings, we are regularly having the Oneness Blessing now. We want to begin them at 6:40, and we're asking people to sit either in the front or along the side, so it's easier for Nancy McNeely and Kathy Kenyon are the two people that are giving the blessing, and they're alternating. Something wonderful is happening on Wednesday evenings now. There's a beautiful healing energy. I invite you to come and be part of it. We really are feeling the blessings. And so, Bill Free, you want to come on up?
Good morning, man. Good morning. We have this wonderful celebration, man, this coming Saturday, 8 to 3. Be sure and bring your treasures to the storehouse. And listen to that voice of love that says, bring me, bring this. I'm finished with this. Now bring it to the storehouse. So on Saturday, who will be coming to the Saturday yard sale? Please let me see who is coming. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Now, if you would like to help in the yard sale on Saturday, please raise your hand also. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Bless you. We love you. So be sure and be here and tell your friends about the yard sale, man, and enjoy this celebration. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, man. Yes, you've been to Jamaica, man. Today is the culmination of our treasures program, or actually the yard sale is the culmination, and it is the hidden treasures, those things that we have at home that we just haven't been using and we haven't been giving much value to, but somebody else will. Somebody else will appreciate them, so bring them by. Friendship Sunday, next Sunday, the 30th, we are having Friendship Sunday. This is the time you all got in your program one of these. This is to hand to somebody, to invite them personally. Let's not let Unity on the River be the world's best kept secret. This is something we invite you to share with others. I will be speaking about the roots of unity in New Thought and how our roots connect with our forefathers in honor of the 4th of July. And wait, there was something else there. Wasn't there? Can you go back one slide? Something else I was supposed to say? No, I think that was everything. Okay. Now you may move on. We are also having a community meeting next Sunday, immediately after the service, and this is what I am calling What Is and What Can Be. We are going to look at the facts, objectively at the facts of the state of the union of Unity on the River, and then we're going to look at what's possible. When two or more are gathered together, we know the Spirit is there in the fullness, and creative ideas come forward. So we really would love to have everybody there because we want to come together, go into prayer, and see what creative ideas can bring us to the next step, the next level for the summer and beyond. Please come. The thriving class. Lisa Natoli, come on up.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Natoli, and this truly is the world's best kept secret, Unity on the River. And I'm so grateful for the classes that are offered here that just totally kick my butt and really just move me out of my comfort zone. So I saw there's only 4 people currently signed up for the 5-week prosperity class that starts tomorrow. And that just told me people must really not know what that class is, because there should be 50 people up on that list. So I just wanted to get up here and share my story of what happened. I took this class last year. Shipley offered it right before my birthday, and that's part of the story. And I'm an author. I have 2 published books. I teach A Course in Miracles, and my life was transformed by the Course in Miracles. I was healed of alcoholism. I was healed of cigarette smoking, depression, sadness. The one block was money. I had no money. I just thought it was my story, and I had people that were writing me all the time. I have a very large mailing list. People love my work, and I was receiving letters from people saying, "You've changed my life." But there were times when I actually almost had to kill my website because I didn't have the $20 a month to keep it up. So I know, and this is a basic unity principle, that if there's something going on in our life, we caused it. I caused this limitation. And so when I heard Shipley saying she was offering this class, I knew I had to take it, and I knew I was going to do everything you said. I was going to do everything that this book said. And what it is, it's a 5-week experiment where you are going to land in a vibration deliberately. And there's 4 principles in here: tithing and giving, setting clear goals, forgiveness and worthiness, and finding your divine purpose. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a commitment to tithe 10% of your income. And you're going to give it for the 5 weeks to Unity. And before that, I didn't know what tithing was. So I just thought you give a couple dollars when you come to church. That's what I did. I gave a couple dollars, 5 or 10, and I felt terribly afraid. Well, it's not just about tithing. You're literally going to start affirming everything that you have comes from God. All your money comes from God. All your gifts come from God. And I just started doing that. In the first week, I received 4 birthday checks. So I thought, well, that's just a coincidence, And one was a $300 check from Texas from one of my readers. But then I thought, I'm 45, not 5. I haven't gotten birthday checks in 30 years. So that was the first thing. So I tithed on it, and I kept doing the work. I set clear goals, and I said to Shipley, I have 3 major debts that I've had for 10 years. And Shipley said, if you have any debt in your life, there's some unforgiveness probably towards yourself. And what this book says is you can't hold on to one grievance and have the flow. So I was just doing the work. I was like, okay, I'm doing this. And then Bill and I set a goal that we wanted to start a nonprofit organization. We wanted to inspire and support and encourage people to emerge from conflict and really be the light that they are and extend it. And we thought, we don't have the money to start it, but we knew because Shipley is right there, and you're going to have Maddie, and she is going to be really encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone. We thought, okay, well, what's a step that we can take? And we called someone who knew how to start nonprofits. She loved the idea. She said, I'm not going to charge you anything. Let's get the paperwork started. That week, I got a check out of nowhere for $10,000. And I thought it was a joke. I said to Bill, is this for real? And he says, it looks real. And I even emailed her back. I said, is this for real? And she said, that's for real, and thank you for the work you do. And we took the whole check and we put it into a bank account that we opened for this nonprofit. And this class will really change your life. And we got approved. And I just really want to thank Shipley for offering these kinds of classes. There's only 10 copies of the book left, and you can sign up out there in the fellowship hall. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. That's terrific testimonial. Thank you. Do we have any more? Okay, let's take a deep breath. Welcome Meg and Brian as our music leaders today. And let's move into the energy of the river.
Come down to the river, down to the sweet river shore. There you will find a place so the Lord. Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna sing. Down by the river, sing. Down by the river, sing. Down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord and we dance. Down by the river, we dance. Down by the river, we know how to dance. Down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord and we laugh. Down by the river, we know how to laugh. Down by the river, we should laugh loud. Down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord and we cry. Down by the river, we know how to cry. Down by the river, we cry with each other. Down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord and we pray. Down by the river, we know how to pray. Down by the river, we pray to the Lord. Down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord and we celebrate. Down by the river, we all celebrate. Down by the river, surely celebrate the present. Down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord. Oh, we love. Down by the river, we love each other. Down by the river, down by the river, in the church by the river, we praise the Lord. In the church by the river, we thank the Lord. Church by the river, we praise 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 the Lord.
Our elder brother and way shower, Jesus the Christ, said to his disciples, "Just believe that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. Just believe that the Christ is in the Father, and the fullness of the Father, Spirit, energy, love, Holy One is in you."
I believe in myself, for I am the light and the way. I believe in myself, I am the way of God. I believe in myself, I am the light and the way. I believe in myself, I am the way of God.
So I invite you to take a deep cleansing breath. Allow that breath to go deep within to that place that is always praying, that place that remembers, that place of peace within. We have been singing, I believe in myself, I am the light in the way. I believe in myself, I am the light in the way. Just notice if when you're saying that, if anything comes up that says, no way, this can't be, can't be possible, that's blasphemy. I invite you to offer that thought up to the sea of nothingness to be transmuted, that you might rest in the knowing that this is the truth, as the Christ tells us, the truth that sets us free. When we come to realize that we are not praying to a God out there, but to God within. And our connecting point with that God within is our own Christ essence, the truth of our nature, This year we have been moving from ego into essence, the truth of you, divine essence, the Christ. Can you believe in yourself? You are a co-creator with God. You are creating your own experience, the blessings and the challenges. Can we be an opening and allow the Spirit to reveal itself through us fully? You are transparency for God. You're revealing God. You are here on earth to reveal God. Take that into your heart and know it. And so it is.
I want to stand up. I believe in myself. I am the light of the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. And again. I believe in myself. I am the light of the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. I am the light. Yes, I am the way. I am the one I've been waiting for. Body, mind, and spirit, it's a brand new day. I believe in myself. I am the light and the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. I believe in myself. I am the light and the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God.
Meg wrote that song just for today, and I'll tell you the theme today in just a minute. Yeah. Good morning. I'm Reverend Shipley Allenson. Welcome to Unity on the River. We are a center of celebration, of transformation, of inspiration, of oneness, and of joy. Whoa, that is what we stand for. And in the loving energy that is Unity on the River, I welcome you this morning. Let's remember who we came here to be by saying together our vision and our mission statements. Centered in love, we joyously co-create a world of oneness, peace, and harmony. And the mission for this center, we are a vibrant spiritual community that celebrates the presence and awakens humanity to its divinity. Yes. And this is a great day for God. We have a special guest with us. Her name is Tammy Holmes. Please, I will introduce her later, but please give her a warm Unity welcome, Tammy Holmes. And her topic for the day is, if you believe in yourself, you are believing in God. Does that work with Meg's theme or what? So, if you believe in yourself, no more looking outside. If we believe in ourselves, we are believing in God. What a great God. What a great day for God. This is beautiful. Was there something else I was supposed to tell you this morning? I don't remember. I'll think of it later if I was. I think I already said. So, let's take a moment to greet new friends. Yes, David. What was it? Was there something else? Oh, we'll do them afterwards. Yes, first yes, that's what we're doing now. Okay. Speaking in tongues again. All right. This is our moment to greet anyone who's celebrating with us for the first time, including Tammy. And if you are here for the first time, if you would just raise your hand, we have a flower for you. Wonderful. You've got a following, I can say. Please know that we welcome all paths to God, and we love having you here. You expand us. After the service, hold on to that flower, and someone will introduce themselves to you and see if you have any questions and give you a CD that tells you more about us. Jane. Jane came with Tammy. Great. Great to have you here, Jane. All right. Bless you. So wonderful to have you all here. Let's take time now to greet each other. We invite you to look at each other and behold the Christ and say, I see you. I see your magnificence. I see who you truly are. I see you. Please join me again in welcoming Megan Bryan and I Am Awake. And the choir.
Yes. Interesting to sing this song first thing in the morning. I am awake. I think. Not what I've done, I am. Not what I've become, I am. Not anything to show, I am. Not anything I have to know. Not my house or my car, I am. Not my story or my scars, I am. Nothing to be done, I am. No wars to be fought or won. I am awake. I am awake with you.
Meg, I think you're a genius. Is that magnificent? No, I know something about Meg. She's working on a new CD, and I wonder if you'd all just join me in sending a blessing, because these songs need to be out there, don't they? So we see you stepping forth, and all the resources you need are always provided, and this CD is going to rock the world. Thank you, God. Bless. All right. So it is my joy and my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Tammy Holmes. She is the CEO and founder of an organization called Mind Your Intentions. She is a spiritual teacher, a spiritual coach, an intuitive, an author, which I will show you her book in just a moment. She has CDs out. She's a medium. She does readings for individuals and for groups. Mostly what I loved reading about her was the idea that she helps people awaken to universal hope, to get connected with their divine purpose, and to realize oneness. Today she's having a workshop that is based on her book called Remembering One Once Again, 12 Principles That Will Change Your Life. These are 12 spiritual principles that she downloaded, and they are to help people move out of pain and to live their lives from joy. Could anybody get in alignment with that? Yeah, I think that. So that workshop will begin today at 12:30. It goes from 12:30 to 2:30. I think you will be lifted in the spirit by the experience. Please join me in welcoming Tammy Holmes.
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you. My name is Tammy Holmes, and I'm so honored to be here today with all of you, and there's such love here. This is a wonderful church. Thank you. Thank you. Well, the topic I thought would be great today is one that I've experienced through my practice. I've read for over 35,000 people, and I've coached over 5,000 clients since 96. And the one thing I noticed is that we don't know how to love ourselves. We don't even know how to believe or receive. We're conditioned growing up that if you get good grades or you make so much money or you do this, it's conditional because they're programmed. And the whole thing is we have to learn how to receive. But the first person you got to receive from is you, right? And we sabotage our thinking, if I look this way or I do this, or it's like, how can you be your own best friend? The higher self, we all have a higher self, which is our God self, our Christ consciousness energy. If we could tap into that every day. My clients come in and say, well, I don't have time to do anything. I go, if it's not working out there, it's because you're not working in here. It starts with this internal shift from the inside out. So if you don't do your work every day, and I know most of you probably do, which is phenomenal. And the thing is, if you want to change the planet you live in or the props that you have showing up, you have to change the internal. And you're really not attached to the outside. It's all on this inner connectedness. But it's like, what do we tell ourselves, the stories? Or we're hung up in the past, or the present, or even the future. A lot of people can't let go of the past, or they can't forgive. But the number one person you can't forgive is you. If you can't forgive you, you're not going to be able to forgive anybody. And let me tell you, most of the people, if you have forgiveness issues with, they don't even know you have an issue with them. They're like, you really had an issue? And we carry this baggage, right? We're like, and then we get defined by it. But the thing is, if you're really honest, okay, how many of you hang on to anything in the past you just can't let go of? It's like a monkey on your back. I do sometimes. Okay, how many hang on to the present thinking, am I on the right path? Am I doing everything right? Am I aligned? Okay, how about the future? Worried about how you're going to make it in the future. What's going to show up in the future? Or you're counting on something to support you in the future, right? That's all ego. All of it. Because the only thing that we're here to do is to communicate love. When I first started doing readings in 96, I think it's sometimes so great when you don't know what's going on. If I knew in 96 that I would be doing this kind of work, I probably would have said, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm not signing up for this. This is not what I want to do. But I think sometimes it's better not to know everything, right? In 96, when I started doing readings, my spirit guide, I'm an intuitive, and I don't think psychic abilities is a gift. I think it's a muscle that you use and you build on it. And because I do this work, I have to work it every day. Thank God. God knew that He had to keep me in this spiritual movement, because the most important thing to me is my spirituality. The readings and the psychic work is secondary. It's like the icing on the cake. The foundation to me is God, right? So the thing is, if you want to forgive everything in the past, present, future, and get in alignment, all you have to say is, I'm not my past anymore. I now forgive myself. I'm going to give an affirmation out of the first principle in my book that we can say, and you'll totally take yourself out of the past, present, and future, and you'll show up. But when I was starting readings in 96, my guide said, Tammy, can you get out of the way? We just want to use you to communicate love. It's not even about you. And the first few times I was kind of pissed off. I'm like, what do you mean it's not about me? But after like 2,000 times you get it, like, okay, I'm out of the way, right? And you know what? I started showing up fully in my practice. And I get paid to love people. That's it. And I'm not attached to their story. I'm not attached. When I coach clients, they come in, I'm like, I want to hear your story for the first half hour, and after that, don't tell me it anymore. I don't want to ever hear it again. You walk in here, we're going to create a new you. You're not defined by your stories. Do you guys get that? You are not your stories. You're not even your body. And you are an internal, the Christ energy within you. You're the God in you. And how can you not show up every day, right? In the book, when I wrote the book, what would really get me stirred up is my guide, William, who is God, would say, look at 9/11 videotapes on YouTube. And it would get me so worked up, because he said, if this is what you can do from fear, look what you can do from love. And that love is in all of us. So the thing you got to do is say, how am I showing up today? It's not about yesterday or tomorrow. It's not about the pathology and the family dynamics. It's about how can you love. Nobody needs fixing. They just want your love, right? And if you're in a situation where two people are not coming from love, they're crying for that love. So you got to say, hey, how can I serve, right? How can I show up and love this person? Even if they're attacking you. They're crying for love, right? I was in a bank one day, and on the back of my car I had a little Miata, and it said, God's too big for one religion, okay? Right? And this guy came running into the bank, and he was pissed off at me. He saw me walk into the bank, and he goes, that's your car, and I don't like it. And he came over and started attacking me in line. Okay, my old self would have told him off, right? And I go, okay, what would Jesus do? And the security guards were coming up because he was very angry. And I said, do you believe in God? And he goes, yeah, I do. I do. And I said, well, you're not acting like it. And that was it, all right? You're not acting like you believe in God. It totally just shut him down. He walked out. So even in a situation that you don't know how to handle, one person has to come from love in order to shift it. But you have to love yourself first, which means in the book it says, feed your soul's bank account. Do joyful things. I don't care if it's taking a coloring book out and coloring, because I believe the more spiritual you get, the more childlike you become, the more innocent you become. You go back to being a child again. You show up in that innocence. You don't let anything define you but the moment. So the thing is, what would make you happy? I tell my clients, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? There's the answers right there. It's not a but or how or what if. It's what if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And I recommend every day to take time to have fun. Do stupid things, go bowling, go swimming. We had a group of women a couple years ago, all 50-year-old women. We all went to the water park, and we're all sliding down the tubes and all of that. But we didn't care, And the thing is, have a good time. What would make your heart sing? What would lift you up? Because the more you feed you, the more you can feed everybody around you. If you're depleted, you can't help anybody. But the first person you got to love is you. How to receive. How many of you have a problem receiving anything? Okay? That's an ego. Okay? You've got to say, how can I receive? So one of the affirmations in the book I use is, I'm now ready to receive love and to be taken care of, and I'm now ready to love and take care of somebody else, because there has to be a balance. You have to allow yourself to receive. That's the first and most important thing. And be your own best friend. One of the things, the higher self is called the entelechy, which means how can you be one with your higher self? Your higher self is your Christ energy, is your God energy. And a lot of people who shift away from the higher self are addicts, somebody who's been sexually abused. I have to actually take their higher self and etherically make them one with them. So a lot of times when you're not loving you, you actually separate from the best parts of you. But the thing is, allow that back into your being, because they are going to support you and they will never take you off path. So how are you showing up every day? And remember this, when you start loving yourself, the play gets better. The director changes it. You become into the synchronicity flow of life. And you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to share it. How are you showing up? In the book, William talks about the different levels of the planet. And he said, Tammy, you're only at 10 to 12% on level 4 where you can change a planet. You need to be at 22%. So what are we doing to show up? You know, we have to start. We don't have another 20 years to figure it out. If you can't do it for you, do it for your kids or your family. Just say, you know, how am I showing up today? It's not about yesterday anymore. It's gone. Forgive it. Forgive yourself. It's about today. How are you showing up fully in front of everybody? How are you loving the people in your play? If you want things to expand in your life, you have to appreciate what's in it. You have to say, how can I love this person? The Course in Miracles says you don't have to like people. You have to love them. Right? You don't need to be a doormat, but you have to love what's in front of you. Appreciate. And the ego will say, well, that's not right. That color's not right on the wall. Or that doesn't look right. You know, forget it. Just say, what can I appreciate today? How am I showing up fully for what's in front of me? That's how it expands. And that's the energy of the universe. So are you guys willing to love yourself? Yes. Are you willing to say no more past or future? Yes. And no more trying to define if you're on the right path? Because you are on the right path. You're here, right? You're right here exactly where you need to be. So the best thing for you to do is say, I'm going to have you guys repeat an affirmation in Principle 1, because this is even in the Course in Miracles. I've been doing the Course since '93. I started out with Marianne Williamson, who was my teacher for many years. I learned a lot from her. But the thing in the Course, it says the word willing. As long as you're willing to say, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to see everything differently, that one word takes you out of the will of the ego to the will of God. So if you're in a situation and you're uncomfortable, just say, I'm willing to see it differently, because thoughts create everything. We know that, right? Okay, so how are you showing up today? What can you do to first give to yourself, feed your soul's bank account, and how can you give back to whatever's showing up? And it doesn't mean, this is another thing, being spiritual doesn't mean you stay just in the light of the group of people. It means you blend in with everybody. You love them and know they're perfect, exactly where they're at. Even if you're not in agreement to how they live their life, they don't care. They just want your love. When you love people, no matter where they're at, they start to believe in themselves, because you're two or more gathered. You just raise that frequency, right? I think one of the goals that I have is if I can be present in that light and just feel that energy, you will bring people with you. Because when you rise, everybody rises with you. It's all about love. It really is. And it's a word we use over and over again, but it really is about loving. When you can see yourself looking back at another person and you can exchange that energy, you just healed both of you. Because it's all about all of us. And there's only one of us here. And there's no private thoughts. So whatever you're thinking and feeling, everybody can feel that. I love it. Okay, so I want you guys to say this after me. And this is so good. So if you want to get out of the past, the future, and just move into co-creating, say, I now forgive, myself, and everything that I did, and did not do, to hurt myself, or anyone else, up until this moment. I now release all notions or obligations that are harmful to my well-being. I now give back to those with whom I had transgressions with. I ask that whatever is owed to them from my actions to be given to them in kindness, love, and retribution. I take responsibility for my actions and deeds, and now ask the high heavens to align my patterns back to their original state of oneness with God. I release all negative thoughts and feelings I have placed on myself or anyone else to be reversed and transcended into the light matter of unconditional love, hope, and wisdom. I am now willing to embrace my God self 100%. Yay! So all of you just got back in your right minds. Isn't that cool? Just from that one, it's that easy to flip. The ego of you is going to say, oh, it's real difficult. But in seconds, you just came back in alignment with willing to be one with your higher self, one with God, the Christ energy within, and now you're ready to serve. And remember this. This is so mind-boggling to me. Everything that you do affects everything. So it's not just you. You affect thousands and thousands of people. And then it reverberates into the galaxies, into the heavens. William told me, he said, you affect us. Everything is connected. It's like that movie Contact, where Jodie Foster was touching the sky and it reverberated. It's the same thing. Everything you do affects everything. Other galaxies, other planets, everything. Everything we are about. And they really believe in us. God believes in us. So why can't we believe in ourselves? We are not our bodies. We're not even our families. We're not even where we live. We're this essence of pure love, light, the genius energy, the co-creating energy, the creativity. It's everything is already in you if you believe in yourself. And you know what I believe? Get around people who support that. Be around people. And if you can't take a compliment, ask somebody, tell me 5 things that you like about me so you can start believing it. Affirmations. I know you guys do all the work. But it really is important right now because the earth is very fair and very light. So, and the Course in Miracles calls the earth the battlefield. And if you don't rise up above it, you'll be in it. You'll be in the muck of the muck. Why do you want to learn from pain rather than joy? That's the only choice you have. You're going to learn your lessons. But the only choice you have, do you want to learn it from joy or pain? And do you want to learn it now or you want to learn it later? Right? You want to learn it now. Woo! Okay. All right. So you guys all get it. And we just created this light being out of this beautiful church here. And ask God to show you. They tell me we don't ask enough for help. Ask all day long, where should I be of service? How can I enjoy this day today? And don't worry about anything else. The more you show up in that frequency, you will be supported in every way possible. Right? And how many people can you love today besides yourself? And when you give love, you receive love, right? Amen? Amen. Woohoo! Okay. Thank you.
Woo, yes. Feel the energy in this room. Feel the light. Feel the love. Thank you, Tammy. That was wonderful. Blessed be. All right. Take a deep breath and we'll move into our time of meditation.
We're really going to get this in our bodies. I believe in myself. I am the light and the way.
invite you to take another deep cleansing breath. Relax, let go, remove anything from your lap that might encumber you, so that you might be fully present to the energy field that we have created here in love today. I believe in myself. I am the way. I am the light. I am the way of God. Touch your heart for a moment and say that with me. I am the way of God. I am the way of God. That means your being is being the way of God. Just who you are being. And if you once again notice any resistance come up when you say that, perhaps you would say, I am willing to believe in myself. I am willing to believe in myself. Say that with me. I am willing to believe in myself. I'm willing to believe I am the way of God. I am willing to believe I am the way of God. Breathe in that. Each and every one of us has gifts to bring to the world. We are called to allow our light to shine, to be the way. It begins with believing in ourselves, giving to ourselves, loving ourselves, honoring ourselves, choosing joy. We can be pushed by pain or pulled by a vision, pulled by the vision of joy. Take a moment and just remember what brings you joy. When you were a child, what did you love doing? How does the idea of going to a water park sit you? I'm in. So we are going to have some time in the silence. And I just invite you to take that thought, I am the way of God. And remember, does God play in pain or does God play in joy? You might also ask, what brings me joy? Take a moment now in the silence. And coming back, just notice if you are given any information. Say to yourself one more time, I believe in myself. I'm willing to be the way of God. And so at this time, if there are those that you would like to hold in prayer, I invite you to bring them to mind, encircle them with the love light that is here in this room, and speak their names together out loud. And we hold in love and light the prayers given to this prayer box to be blessed, to be expanded. We know God works in wondrous ways and right and perfect ways. His prayers never return void. And so it is. Thank you, God. Again, I believe in myself.
I believe in myself. I am the light and the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. One more time. I believe in myself. I am the light and the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. I am myself. I am the way. I am the one I've been waiting for. Body, mind, and spirit, it's a brand new day. I believe in myself. I believe I am the light and the way. I am the light and the way. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. I am the light. I am the light. I am the way. I am the one I've been waiting for. Body, mind, and spirit, it's a brand new day. I believe in myself. Yes, I do. I am the light and the way. I believe in myself. I am the way of God. Hallelujah.
Yeah, all right. And let's send a little more love up to Tammy. She will be signing books and CDs after the service today. Be sure to see her out in the bookstore area. Now is the time we receive our love offerings, our tithes, and our blessings. Before we do so, I'd like to introduce our chaplains. If the chaplains would raise their hand or stand as they are able. Chaplains are totally here for you. They will know the truth for you in total confidentiality. Be sure to see them after the service. Marie Lisby, were you supposed to do an announcement today? You want to come on up and do that? I think we don't want to leave that undone. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the day that good has made. Let us be grateful and rejoice in it. On November the 8th, Friday, November the 8th, is our gala, our gratitude gala. Wow, I'm so excited about it, I could pop. You know, this is June. Right now, if you begin saving $5 or $10 a month, you can don your gown, your black tie. You can be there with a smile on your face and celebrate God in the way that you want God to show up for you. Such a thrilling way. I mean, you know, we can either be all humdrum, as you were saying, or we can be thrilled at the notion that God can show up in our lives in a beautiful, glorious, glowing, golden way that we can show gratitude for. And remember that gratitude is one of those secret things that we can always show to God within ourselves that brings riches into our lives at every level. Spirit, mind, body, relationship.
That's right.
Oh, it's endless. Anyway, we've been meeting every week every month for the Gratitude Gala, and we have auction items that will be auctioned during the Gratitude Gala, such as Red Sox tickets, Patriots tickets, and wow, even a 6-month package that's worth more than $10,000 for a dating service. I'm not listening to the women, I'm encouraging the men to bid on for our silent auction. We got a lot of single guys in this church as well. We want each of you to participate in this Gratitude Gala in any way that you feel so inspired. We need individuals to work with us. Work with us in terms of publication, public announcements. We're going to do several public announcements that are free, but we need your talent. Some of you are budding actors and actresses and who are great in writing, and you can put content in such a way that's delightful, entertaining, and informative. So please contact Bill Free or myself or anyone else that you know that's on our Gratitude Gala committee, and let us know that you are willing to work with us. Contributions. Your contributions are welcome because we have a goal, and Seal and I have determined that we're going to reach that goal 10 times more than we did last year. We can do this. And that's a minor thing. Who are we? We are the light of God.
That's
Are
right.
we limited in any way, shape, or form? Absolutely not. So we are going to do this, and plus, I mean, that's minuscule. What we say we're going to do is really going to be probably much more, quadruple, more than we can assume. We have assumed because God is good like that. Yeah. And as an example, I hold in my hand a check for $500, just putting it out in the universe. Checks are coming in to me for this Gratitude Gala. And this one comes from Pennsylvania.
Nice.
I'm thrilled. I want you to be thrilled and excited about celebrating the joy and the excitement and the love and all the energy that comes to you from the light of God that we all are, and to be at the Gratitude Gala, and each and everyone commit to participating in some way, some form, somehow, so that we can express our goodness and our light in God. Have a blessed and wonderful day.
Isn't she something? Woo! All right. Last week was the week of unexpected treasures, and I had everybody move their chairs. And then I forgot to ask you to tell me what the blessings were. So I'm going to remind you of that. Think a moment for where you sat and what unexpected treasure you received from that. And be sure to tell one person what that was before you leave today. Okay? And I'm going to testify about my unexpected treasure this week. I got to go in a horse show yesterday. It was the first time my horse and I had gone up to the level of 3 foot, 2'9", 3 foot. So it was a little scary, and I did lots of centering prayer, and I stayed centered, but of course, Shipley gets anxious, and when Shipley gets anxious, her horse gets anxious. And so her horse, it seemed to me, just ran around that course like this, and I was like really a little dejected afterwards. And they never called who won the ribbons. And so when I was checking out, I took my little form, and there it was. I had won the second place in 2/3. One of the classes was a steak class, and I won $15. Unexpected treasure. I'm putting my $1.50 into these vessels. Yes. So I just want to remind you, the week that we had everyday treasures, we brought through these vessels. These vessels represent faith, and what we were bringing. The faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the form through which God's substance takes form. It's the crucible through which God's energy flows, and we create a form for it. So we put all these vessels up here like Elisha had suggested, and look what you've done. Woohoo! We have many full vessels. And when we came to putting them out here today, we realized we didn't have any more vessels. Remember what happened in the story of Elisha? So we have all that we need there. And Elisha told the widow to go out and spend what she got and then live off the rest. So we are going to take this and use it for some of our operation costs. And you know what we're going to live on? Do you remember? The principles, the faith, the understanding that God is our source and the consciousness of God is our supply. So I thank you for filling up our vessels, and today's the last day you can fill them up, and then we'll just bless them and send them on. All right. So we are going to have our offering now. If did I do everything else? I think I did. Okay. So let's hold our offerings in our hands. If you have a God can that you want to bring up, I'm going to say what kind of the substance of spirit is equal to the, what is it? Inexhaustible. Thank you. The inexhaustible substance of spirit is equal to every demand. There's no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now made manifest. Want to say that with me one more time? The inexhaustible substance of spirit is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now made manifest. And this is the truth. Let's say the blessing of the tithes and offerings together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
I am wealth, I am health, I am beauty, I am grace, I am gifted, I am joy, I am love, I am love, I am faithful, I am peace, I'm abundance, I am thoughtful, I am whole, I am light, I am love, I am love. I am prosperous, I am calm, I am worthy, I am wise, I am pure, I am happy, I am love, I am love, I am forgiveness, I am blessed, I am insightful, I am good, I am successful, I am perfect, I am love, I am love. I am grateful, I am strong, I am creative, I am free, I am awareness, I am heaven, I am love, I am love, I am divine mind, I am kindness, I am spirit, I am life, I am strength, I am truth, I am love, 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 I am.
Another creative genius. Thank you, Brian. And we bless these offerings. We bless these tithes. We know they are symbols of the inexhaustible substance of spirit. And they are filled with the love and the light that we create here. Send them out to do the will and the work of Holy Spirit. Thank you. And let's do a little blessing on our substance over here and all these vessels. And let's just know that this truly is a symbolic expression of substance flowing into faith. Our faith holds the form for the substance to flow. And we know that we send these offerings out and that they are doing the highest and the best for us and for the planet. Thank you, God. So be it. All right. Do I have a slide about all those thank yous? Okay, I'm making them up. Jim McQuaid, thank you for being my Sunday service coordinator. Thank you, Michelle, on PowerPoint. Thank you, Mark, on streaming. Hi, everybody in streaming. Good to have you with us. Thank you, Chuck, on sound. Thank you, Megan, Brian. Thank you all, Andy. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Keith, our fabulous music team. I want to send love and light out to everybody who's worked in the office, to the whole youth and family, and to the bookstore, and to everyone in hospitality. We are so filled by all of your energies and all of your love. Thank you. Yes? And the board. Are there board members here who would like to stand up and be recognized? Greg and Kathy and John. Blessed be. Great to have you all here. And what? I already did the chaplains. I did remember one thing today. Yeah. All right, then let's have some more music, Meg.
Oh, yeah. Well, I once was walking a hard and lonesome road. I didn't believe in myself. I had self-judgment clouding up my soul.
Tell us about it.
That voice said, "Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to be everyone. Am I on? Okay. Today, yes, we were walking in the light of God. We were super shining stars today. And this is the month of the power of imagination, and our imaginations were wild today. We created all these beautiful pictures, and including the older children. So I want to hand the mic over to Laurel, because she left the kids in a great exercise, I Am a Star.
So the older kids today did a little doodling workshop with me, because doodling is a form of prayer. And all it takes to be an artist is the ability to draw letters and simple shapes. And what we did was this exercise, I am a star, because star means that you are smart, talented, awesome, and receptive. So all of the older kids collaborated on this, and they each colored their own names with their stars on them.
Beautiful. This is Tammy, everybody. She's our guest today. Would anyone like to come and, Balin, all right, Leah, you can help me pray? You want to come on to the back? Thanks. Let's rise and sing our peace song. Our affirmation be, I believe in myself. I am willing to be the way.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God holds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us.